Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Shri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. We are in verse number 32, chapter chapter 2, and the last verse that we saw was about the Swadharma, and the verse said, Swadharmamapi chaveksha navikampitum dharmyadhi yuddhat shreyonyata kshatriyasya vidyate. And there Dnyaneshwari Maharaj said, further, having regard to your duty, you should not falter. There is nothing better than a lawful war for a warrior. So the doubt, this is where the whole problem is. The first chapter, Arjuna expressed his reservations, fears, doubts, and Krishna Bhagwan step by step is answering all those doubts. So what did Arjuna say? That it is better to better not to fight the Kaurava army. Why? And then he gave the various reasons. So here Krishna is directly telling him that we as human beings, today also someone came, young boy, 10-year-old, 10th class, in year 10. And the father said, Swamiji, I think he is in depression. And he has tendencies. He told his mother, I feel like committing suicide. I said, what's new? We all felt that way one time or the other in our life. Everyone feels. They hide it well. This fellow is telling openly. That's all. And so, what is the purpose? What is depression? Arjuna was in depression. Vishada Yoga. Vishad is depression. So, why did depression come about? Tell. Brainstorm session.
He forgot his duties.
Forgotten his duties. One by one. You tell. Nothing. Okay. You tell.
Too many thinking process happening.
Thinking process is there, but why that thinking process is leading to depression?
Too much attachment.
Too much attachment.
He was confused about what is right and wrong.
Confusion, can't make up what is right and wrong, therefore too many thoughts because of non-decisiveness. What else? See, thinking is not a problem, but thinking should be such that it takes us beyond thinking. Then it is healthy. See, when we are, water is not a problem. Flow of water is a problem. If the water flow is fast, you will drown, isn't it? So, when the water flow is fast, it is still water. How come it is not a problem? Why it is a problem now? Before it was not? because it was slow, it was gentle. You could dip in, you can come out. When it is fast, it pulls you away, it pulls you in. And exactly the same thing. When the thoughts is not a problem. Speed of thoughts is the problem. And all the reasons that you gave is valid. But whenever we are thinking about specificity, whenever we are thinking about anything objectively, and we get attached, and where that objectivity begins from, tell me? From body identification it begins. That's the first mistake. And the deeper this identification takes place, then you start getting identified with everything that is connected to the body. And thoughts about not only this body, but everything that it is connected to. What it is connected to, tell me? Two things.
Relations and possessions.
Gila kachra, sukha kachra. Sukha kachra is possessions, gila kachra is relations. And this, now so many thoughts, so many duties to be maintained. And so I gave you birth for this purpose. That you don't take care of your elderly parents. Gaya. He's saying, someone told me, Swami, nowadays, when we were kids, we had to listen to our parents. And then when we grow up, we had to listen to our boss, our teachers. Then when we are in our married life, we have to listen to our children. And now they are grown up and I am just about to be free. Again the parents demand, come. So there is no freedom. If you start thinking like this, it is going to take you into depression, isn't it? So, gila kachra, sukha kachra. The more we think objectively, the number of thought eruptions in your mind will only keep on increasing. And that will lead to the downward spiral. See? The purpose of thinking is to become free from this prison of the mind. To recognize that you are not the mind, that you are the sakshi of the mind. For that you have to do what is required to be done. Nahi ho raha hai, I'm trying, Swamiji, nahi ho raha. The more you keep saying it, it is not going to happen. You have to find a way. Because you are the most unique person in this world. Here only the principles are given. You have to find the knack. Because how you interact with the world, no two people interact with the world exactly the same way. So you have to find a way out. We can give you the principles. When a vritti or a thought is breeding another thought, is making another thought come up, then it is leading eventually to trouble. Then it is called worrying. If you think of one thought, or you think of the word infinite or Purnamada, Purnamidam, after that what will you think? Nothing. You are free. Because this thought of Om is not breeding another thought, another variety of thought. It's not attracting anything. So, Swadharma Paichaveksha na vikampitum arhasi. So you are the Lord. We told you last time, whenever it was, 1.5 months ago, that the Lord is thinking for Arjuna here, because Arjuna is incapable of thinking. Today the kid came, he is incapable of, he didn't know how to approach, where he is going wrong. Why is he feeling this way? See? So then you need to go to to a teacher or to a person, to a parent or to a doctor or whatever, where some solution can be had, Arjuna was thinking very intelligently. When he gave the argument in front of Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna, he thought he was very intelligent. But actually he was worrying. He was in the downward spiral. He was getting caught up in his own thoughts. He had lost the big picture. So the Lord thought on behalf of Arjuna, but remember, he is thinking on behalf of Arjun, but Sri Krishna is not Arjun. He is independent. He is unaffected. He is Sakshi. He is totality. So his approach, he is thinking for Arjuna, but from totality point of view. Recognizing what will be the correct thinking for Arjuna. And therefore he says that that Swadharma. So then the topic of Swadharma is introduced here by Sri Krishna, and he says all of us human beings, we are same with body, mind and intellect, but what is making each one unique is their own Swadharma. And in this way, and there is no reason for that. Why I like moong dal and you don't like moong dal? Why I like tea without milk and you like tea with milk? There is no reason. It is just like that. Some people cannot handle certain fruits. Some people eat everything. No problem. Ask them why you can't eat. It's so healthy. It's so nourishing. I don't know. They just can't handle it. So there is no we can't pinpoint what is the reason. So there is, here is saying that this Swadharma makes a person to be something unique, something different compared to others. And each one of you have a Swadharma. Every human being has a Swadharma. And this Swadharma is the one which creates the differences this Swadharma is the one which makes the differences appear where there is only one. There is only one reality, but you are all feeling, you are conscious, but consciousness is one, but you are seeing so many people. 5 elements are one, but you are seeing so many different bodies. Water is one, you are seeing so many waves. So on what account that one is appearing as many? Swadharma. And this Swadharma is the basis on which we differentiate one person from the other. And also on the basis of this Swadharma, the Varnashram Vyavastha has been established. Varna is the jati and the ashrama is the what you call brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha and sannyas. And Varna is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. It is based on this. Why you, a parent can have 4 children and one is Brahman, one is Kshatriya, one is Vaishya, one is Shudra. Everyone, you take Ravana's brothers. Ravana was Rajasic, but a Brahmin, Rajasic Brahmin. And Kumbhakaran was Tamasic Brahmin. He also was educated in the scriptures. And Vibhishan was
So,
Sattvic Brahmin, but mixture of Kshatriya is also there because their mother was Kshatriya. Then how come one set of parents, three brothers, and all three different? This is where the thing comes. And on this basis, we differentiate. And that differentiation has been classified in the Sanatan Dharma as Varnashram Vyavastha. Understand? And in this way, so Lord says to Arjuna, first, this is exactly what I told the kid today. I'm only reading now. See, if you doubt, your potentiality will be curtailed. If you're happy, you can explore your potentiality to expand. There's no limit to it. And that's exactly what Krishna is telling here. Dharmyadhi yuddhat shreyonyata kshetriyasya vidyate. And here he says that that first job is the assessment of ourselves. What you are there should be no emotion in it. Sometimes they say when you buy or sell a house, you should not get involved emotionally. Go with the facts. I like the house. After buying, it's all moldy or the foundation is not right, but you gave into emotions. You didn't do the right due diligence. So you do the due diligence about yourself. That where you are, what you are, how you are, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, etc., etc., etc. And then recognize. The first thing is to recognize what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. What are you good at? Everyone is doing IT, I am also going to do IT. Everyone is doing, he says, Swamiji, I don't know, I'm in year 10, I don't know, why should I study? After studying, what will happen? I will only work for a salary. Then what will happen? I said, nothing. If I don't study, what will happen? You will become a sannyasi. One lady is here in Melbourne. She brought her son when he was 20 years old. And she brought her son and daughter. She's single. Single meaning divorced. So she says, Swamiji, New Year's Day. Swamiji, I'm coming with my children. I said, come. And what Happy New Year, this, that, hugs and kisses and everything. Sat down, we had tea, mummy made some upma, everything. And then, so now the real, someone's car is, so now what's the issue? Then the issue came out. He wants to defer the course. He is in the 3rd year, completed, 4th year has to be done. He was doing some engineering. 4th year has to be done, mechatronics or something he was doing. 4th year has to be done, but he says, I want to take a 1-year break, and what I want to do, I want to go and live in a jungle, in a forest. And he used to do it anyway in holidays. And he has been eating his mom's head, and mom didn't know what to do. I said, Mom, you go out. I said, that mom has given birth to you, she has sacrificed for you, she has done everything, gone through all the challenges of her husband leaving her and everything. And she has brought you up and got you educated, expecting that at least basic education you will have, and after that you do what you want. But if you break the education now, I guarantee you will not come back to this course. Because I have seen many people do that. And none of them have come back to the course, and afterwards they just end up doing some graduate diploma or something, and some job they are doing. Luckily he listened. He completed one more year. Just now he had a baby. शादी भी हो गई. शादी नहीं, living partnership. But baby. But working, nice, settled. So, stitch in time says 9 कहते हैं ना. Same thing. Arjuna is at the right time, at the right place, in front of the right person to guide him. Today, boy who came, yes, maybe a bit, what has happened. But you come, you listen, gave him a book to read. Now, I said, I am available always on WhatsApp. Any question you call me or SMS me, simple as that. That mom had the wisdom to bring the children. Maybe she doesn't know how she didn't know me well. But Swami ji, देखिए क्या होता है. देखो, he doesn't listen to me. Maybe he listens to you, but he has never met you. I said, okay, let's try. It worked. Same way it worked for Arjuna, we know, because we did the 18th chapter already. So, what is the swadharma of Arjuna? Is he a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra? He is a Kshatriya. Kshatriya's job is he is wired that way. You take Agarwals, you take the Jains, you take the Guptas, they are wired that way. They don't have to work too hard to work out the numbers. They are all good tax agents. They are good businessmen. But you tell someone who is a meditator, who is a Brahman, and you tell him who is doing all the pujas and everything, यार उसको दे दो यार काम, outsource कर दो, अपने से नहीं होगा. But the Gupta, you ask him to do the job of the Brahmin, he can't do that. He can't sit in one place for a long time. He can't keep chanting the mantra for a long time until if he has not cultivated that way. But there, in a Brahmin, it is natural disposition. See? It was natural disposition. So find out what is your natural disposition and be true to it. No, now I am in my Vanaprastha stage and I think I should be chanting more mantra and I should be studying more scriptures, I should be studying Bhagavad Gita, I should be chanting Bhagavad Gita, I should be by-hearting Bhagavad Gita. And all the time your attention is on how much money came in and how much money went out. How are you going to do it? It's not going to work. Isn't it? So be truthful. And the Kshatriya dharma is to fight for the dharma, meaning fight for a righteous war. Not because I hate them, not because I dislike them, not because they are enemies, because I have made them. No, they are unrighteous. And whenever you are on a battlefield, there is an enemy, only then you are in a battlefield. And killing your enemy is not a sin for a Kshatriya. So where is the question of going to hell? Arjuna had a problem. I'll go to hell by killing my brothers and teachers and uncles and everyone. Krishna straight away cancelled that here. And in this way, here what was the verse? Swadharma pi chavekshya na vikampitum arhasi. Vikampitum arhasi. Vikampa. There is another, somewhere it comes. Vikampa yoga. Shaking yoga. Chapter 1 is shaking yoga. Vikampa is uncertainty, shaky. Shaky in the body. Remember the symptoms of Arjuna in the first chapter? the body, mama siddhanti gatrani, his body was, legs were shaking, they were becoming jelly-like. From the hand, the Gandhi was slipping and falling down. His mind was whirling. His mouth was going dry. He couldn't see anything clearly. And this is all sign of breakdown. This is Vikampa. So where there is for a Kshatriya, there is no place for indecisiveness. There is no a reason to by which you can justify that you are not going to fight. Your Swadharma says that you have to fight, you must fight. With this, and there also he said what? Yuddhat shreyon yata kshatriyasya vidyate. He says, and if you do that, that means live up to your swadharma, then you will be the master of the earth. Shreyon yata. Yuddhat shreyon yata. You'll get the greatest glory, which is the result of the war. And what is that? Lordship over whatever the reasons you are fighting. Here it is the lordship of the on the earth, and re-establish dharma on this earth by winning the war. That is the purpose. You are not here to fight your cousins and teachers and uncles and grandfathers. You are here to re-establish the dharma. And that message is not only for Arjuna, that is for you and me also. We have come into this existence as a human being only to re-establish dharma. Our life should be like that. Then there is no reason, there is no time, there is no thought, there is no excuse for going into sadness and depression. Because the goal is so huge. And dharma, don't understand dharma to be this or that. Dharma is that one truth, the Sanatan. To re-establish that and its values on the earth. To do that, you have to first establish it in your mind. Establish it in yourself. Then you will be able to do that out there. Isn't it? You have to be clear of your dharma. And thus you will win the earth by not being shaky and following your swadharma, fighting the war. You will win the earth. You will re-establish the dharma. You will protect the people of the earth, and this is what is appropriate for a kshatriya. See. Then in the 32nd verse, it says, Yadruchaya chopapannam swargadwaram sukhina kshatriyah partha labhante yuddhamidrusham. So here in the 32nd verse, he says, this war has come by chance as an open door to heaven, O Partha. Happy are the warriors who come by a war like this, because anyone who dies in the war fighting, whether you are fighting for both the sides, the other one is the enemy. Isn't it? It's not Kauravas are enemy of Pandavas. Pandavas equally enemy of Kauravas. And fighting the enemy, when the soldier dies, he only goes to heaven. He never goes to hell. So, what was Arjuna's doubt? That if I kill them, I will go to hell. That also is taken away. That excuse for not fighting the war is taken away by the Bhagavan. So here he says, Arjuna झुंज देखे आतांचे, हे हो काझे दैव तुमचे, किम निधान सकळ धर्माचे, प्रगटले असे. हा संग्राम काय म्हणिपे, की स्वर्गुची येणे रूपे, मूर्त का प्रतापे उधो केला. ना तरी गुणाचे निपती करे, आरतीचे नि पडी भरे, हे कीर्तीची स्वयंवरे आली तुझ. क्षत्रिये बहुत पुण्य कीजे, ते झुंज ऐसे लाहिजे, जैसे मार्गे जाता आडळिजे चिंतामणी. ना तरी जांभया पसरे मुख, तेथ अवचटे पडे पियूख, तैसा संग्रामो हा देख पातला असे. Dnyaneshwari Maharaj says, this war has come to you, Arjuna, by stroke of good luck. Nay, the treasure of all righteousness has appeared in that form. Strange. Same words I used for this boy. I said, all difficulties come in life as a stepping stone, If difficulties don't come, if this problem was not there in your life, you will not be open to something greater. And it has only come because you are thinking something. Now change your thinking, correct your thinking, and grow in your potential. How can you call it a war? Your heroism has brought down the heaven in the form of this war. Or having heard the world praise your virtues, renown has come to choose its mate with intense love. Because Arjuna has never lost a war in his life. He is the man of the times. 84 years old. Krishna was 87 or 88. The man of the times. Everyone looked up to Arjuna. No nonsense person. And ever inspired. Everything he puts his attention on, he achieves. See? Nice, no? We also see some people that whatever they do, they are successful at it. Others, they try and they keep failing. They enjoy failing. Learn from it. Sometimes the time is not right. Then listen to that when the time is not right, the bhajan karo. Bhagwan ka naam lo. Rather than complain and go into depression. That is the best time. Because when the time will change, you don't know. And when the time changes, you have utilized that lull in your trajectory of your life. That lull, you have, instead of going into sadness, depression, confusion, you have just filled yourself up with the Lord's name. All that stored energy, that grace, then that will propel you when that opportunity comes. अब ये simple है, you understand it, you are understanding it, but we don't do it. See? We only keep cribbing about how life is bad, why my job has gone, why my business has gone down, etc., etc. Why my health has gone down. Complain मत करो. उस समय लो, शांत हो जाओ, भगवान का नाम लो. Do something else. Whatever is appropriate, something will come up. So here Krishna is telling Arjuna that it's as if the glory, the success, what is that? Or having the world praise your virtues, renown, the name and fame is in intense love with you, and it has brought about this situation so that you can reach even greater glories, and your name and fame goes far and wide in all the three worlds. Is it happening? In all the three worlds, you have to understand. What is the three worlds? Subjectively. For him it is the Bhurva Swaha. But for us, if we take it subjectively, who's renowned? Arjuna. Who is this Arjuna? Who is absolutely clear. He is the individual here, who has forgotten his dharma. So are we the one who have forgotten our dharma, or are we clear about our dharma? In spite of being in front of the Supreme Person, Arjuna is talking adharma. He's talking about depression. He's talking about crisis. He's talking about despondency. He's talking about I don't want to fight the war. In front of the Lord. This is the first chapter. At least he said it in front of the Lord. At least that kid told his parents, and parents brought him and he spoke to me. He'll be okay now. He understood where he was going wrong. When I was in London last year, one young boy, he was in year 12 and year 11, and high achiever. Never, he will always come first in the class. Highest marks, distinctions in everything. And just before the final, in the year 11, now he's gone into year 12, he got good marks, but I was expecting 99% in this subject in mathematics, and I got 97. And he was depressed. He talked lot of things. I have done this, I have done that. Where am I going wrong? What? You tell me where you are going wrong. I didn't answer him. I said, you tell me where you are going wrong. No. When exam comes, I prepare so well, but before exam, I was absolutely confident. But one question came and I just flustered there and something. I said, why did you fluster? Why did your mind flutter there? Tell me. I don't know. I'll tell you. You know why it fluttered? Huh?
Overconfidence.
Okay, overconfidence.
Fear.
Huh?
Fear that he
Fear
didn't
of
understand.
being the second. But why has that fear come?
Too much expectation.
Good. That is the answer. Expecting over expectation from himself. Life is okay. If you don't come, if one mark is less, how life has not changed. Life is not over. That you have to go into depression. People in IT and all commit suicide because of that. So, and when I told him how the mind functions and that he is expecting and he is not meeting his own expectations and therefore he is feeling this way. Sun liya, after 10-15 minutes, he sat down, went away, came back, repeated all the points that he understood. He said, have I understood? I said, tick. Go. There you go. But that is also grace, na? Ki you understand that you are going wrong somewhere. Majority people don't want to accept that they are going wrong. Arjuna has understood he is going wrong. Why? Because the teacher was smiling. Buddhu. Has come to choose its mate with intense love. When a warrior earns great merit, he comes by a war like this. Only when you have, as a warrior, when you have great merit, you come to this dharma kshetre, kurukshetre. Otherwise, you will be finding teeny-miny wars for this land, for that kingdom, for my brother, for my this, like Afghans do, This, my family versus that family. And they keep killing each other over generations. But this is a righteous war to re-establish dharma. This is exactly what is happening in the world today. Modi is going by the dharma. Everyone else is against that dharma. Someone wants to dictate my way or the highway. Coercion, manipulation, creating nuisance within the country to counter the rulers, prime ministers or presidents. This is all going on. This is what Kauravas were doing. See, they were gamblers. Trump is a gambler. Trump casino. So, even as a person while walking comes across a philosopher's stone, or a person while yawning suddenly finds that nectar drops have fallen into his mouth. So this war has come to you as your best opportunity, O Arjuna. So don't take a step back. Such wars are rare to come by. So in this manner, so you cannot justify to be miserable anymore. Continuing in the 33rd verse, Atha chetvamimam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tata swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papamavapsyasi Atha chetvamimam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tada swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papamavapsyasi. Even from the point of view of your duty, you must fight, and therefore here it is your obligatory duty. That is what the Lord is telling. In the Bhashya he says, in the English translation of here it is given, if however you will not carry on this lawful war, then failing in your duty and honor, you will incur sin. What Arjuna was saying, I will incur sin if I fight the war. Krishna is taking exactly diametrically opposite view, that if you don't fight the war, you are committing sin. You will incur sin, not committing, incur sin. 33rd verse, na? Ataha aisa avherize maganathile shochu baisize tari apana ahana hoize apana peya पूर्वजांचे जोडले आपणची होय गधाडिले जरी आजी शस्त्र सांडिले रणी इये असती कीर्ती जाईल जगची अभिशापू देईल आणि गिंसित पावतील महादोष जैसी भातारे ही न बनिता उपहति पावे सर्वथा तैशी दशा जीविता स्वधर्मे वीणा नातरी रणी शवसांडिजे ते चौमेरी गिधी विदारिजे तैसे स्वधर्महीना अभिभविजे महादोषी. He says, if you withdraw now from this war and grieve for nothing, you will cause harm to yourself. What will be the harm? You will commit suicide. That is the harm. Because such, once, if the war is, Krishna will tell, here he has said or coming back, ki the war is inevitable. That dharma, kshetra, kurukshetra, that war is going to take place. Question is, are you willingly going to be participating in it, or you are going to withdraw from it? Everyone has a choice. That the mama of the two Nakul and Sahadev, their mother's brother, when he was coming from Tamil Nadu, he had a choice, but he felt, oh, I have been fed and my entire army has been fed by Duryodhana, therefore my commitment is to Duryodhana. But he forgot that Duryodhana has tricked him. His attention was on the debt of eating the food, but he didn't put the attention that he has been tricked into thinking that it was Yudhishthir who was providing the food. तो गलत जगह पे उनका attention, their attention is in the wrong place. Just like Arjuna's. If you throw down your weapons in this war, you will defile the flame of your forefathers. So, the entire lineage. See, when we come in this dress, we are a representative of the entire Shankaracharya lineage. You are taking a name, Dinesh Harvard Kamisetti, surname, na? That surname is coming from how many generations? And if you go back a few generations, there must be some great person. See, in the end, you all are coming from some gotra, isn't it? Atri Gotra, Bharadwaj Gotra, Bhrigu Gotra, Shandilya Gotra. You are belonging to that Rishi. Your forefathers, the first generation, came from that Rishi. You have to live up the values of that Rishi. That responsibility lies with you, nobody else. So, if you don't fight, being a Kshatriya, you don't fight, you will defile the name of your forefathers. Pandu was a great warrior. Lose your present repute and incur the censure of the world. So, right now you are the most looked up to person, the person in the whole society. Everyone will spit at you afterwards. Everyone will ridicule you. And for a Kshatriya, such a ridicule will be worse than death. Worse than death. Then censure. Then all human foibles will seek you out and possess you. Meaning what? All the doubt, human frailties. Human being only have doubts. Animals have got no doubt. Only human being has doubt. So all doubts, all frailties, all suspicions, the whole world is looking down upon you. It becomes a big burden to carry. Why? At the right moment you didn't make the right decision. Even as a woman deserted by her husband becomes the object of scorn all along, such will be your state if you abandon your duty. Here, this is talking from old times. It used to be like that. Woman looks good only with her father. Second, when she grows up, with her husband. And if the husband passes away, then with her son. These are the three places where she, if she is not with these three, people will take advantage of the woman. And those were the times, and such will be your state if you abandon your duty like that woman, or just as vultures gnaw at a corpse on the battlefield from all sides, So if you fail in your duty, all human frailties will encircle you, and it will be a living death for you, Arjuna. See, when we look back into our life, huh, now we have changed. Now we have come to satsang. Now we have come to the correct way of life. But every now and then, if you look back, so many things you will say, oh, I wish I had done that. I wish I have not done that. Isn't it? Now you're coming to satsang, therefore, what is our rule? Past is dead and buried or gone. Don't think about the past. But common man doesn't do that. He keeps brooding over, काश मैंने वो किया होता, काश मैंने वो नहीं किया होता. I wish I had done that, I wish I had not done that. Then the results today will be different. See? It will eat all those regrets. They eat you from inside. They are like termites. Everything is all good outside, but inside you are empty. Because termites have eaten away your mind. They have eaten away your solace. They have eaten away your contentment. It will not allow you to be content. So, what did we say? Find out what your Swadharma is. Today, so many people are calling themselves Brahmin, Brahmin, we are Brahmin. I belong to I am a Kokonastha Brahmin, I am a Deshastha Brahmin, I am so this Brahmin. I was born near where? Venkateshwara temple. I come from that village. We are vegetarian. Our family is vegetarian. But after coming to Australia, I started eating meat. Nothing wrong. But then don't call yourself that. See? Living on borrowed glory. Your parents were Brahmin, they were living according to that. Then you should call yourself Kshatriya. Not even quiet for 1 second and calling yourself Brahmin. Brahmin is not a hat that you are wearing, but a person who is calm, quiet, content, not desirous of anything in the world, forgiving, committed to the truth, committed to the higher, and at a drop of a hat ready to share the knowledge with others. Such a person is Brahmin, living a disciplined life. Huh? So, if you don't fight this righteous war, first, you will be destroying your own Swadharma. You are a Kshatriya, you will not, you are worse, you are a Kalank. Kalank को क्या बोलते हैं? You are a spot. Huh?
Bad name.
You will bring bad name to the Kshatriyas. And second, we saw that your glory, your kirti will be blemished. And thirdly, by those above two, you will only gain sin, nothing else. You are committing sin. You will incur sin. And in this way, coming to the 34th verse, अकीर्ति चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम् संभावितस्य चाकीर्तिम् मरणादतिरिच्यते अकीर्ति चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम् संभावितस्य चाकीर्तिम् Paranada atirichyate. He says, besides, men will recount endlessly your infamy, and to one held in high esteem, dishonor is worse than death. Dishonor is worse than death. Therefore, in this uniform, you can call it uniform, sannyasi uniform, when we are moving around, the moment you wear this, there is a big responsibility that you cannot act, you cannot behave in certain ways, you cannot behave. Because there is a decorum that goes with this uniform. Or any position in life for that matter. A doctor also, those who don't follow that decorum, they go into jail. Or their license is taken away. Same thing here. With so many people have faith in that higher, and that higher is represented through this color. You understand? And when it is represented, you are breaking their faith by your actions, by your words, by your mannerisms, by your loose tongue. That is and once that faith is broken, and once the people lose faith in the higher because of you, in other words, you have fallen in their eyes. And then when everyone's eyes they don't want your company, they want to run away from you, come and you're like, touch me now, kya bolte hain usko? Everyone runs away from the room. You start wondering, what is happening? Why is everyone leaving? Why nobody wants to listen? Why nobody wants to be in my company? Now you start falling into the whirlpool of your own making. See? So a disciplined life. So if you have taken this, you are representing something, you are a Kshatriya, you are representing. With so much tapasya, you come and you become a sannyasi, or you become a Kshatriya, or you are a Brahmin, or you are a Vedaveta. Don't destroy it for selfish gain. Don't destroy it for the sake of fear. So here he says in the 34th verse, Manavni swadharmuha sandasila papavar pada hosila ani apeshate navachela kalpantavari जानते नि तव चीजी आवे जवाप कीर्ति आंगान पावे आणि सांग पाके वि निगावे एथोनिया तू निर्मत्सर सदयता येथूनि निगसील कीर माघवता परिते गति समस्ता न मने लयया हे चहू कडूनी वेढीतील वाणवरी घेतील तेथ पार्थान सुटिजेल कृपाळूपणे ऐसे निह प्राण संकटे जरी विपाये पा निघणे घटे तरी ते जियाले हि वो खटे मरणाहुनी. He says, therefore, if you neglect your duty, you will incur sin, and this disgrace will not be effaced even at the end of the world cycle. A wise man should live only so long as he does not suffer infamy. Besides, tell me how you propose to get away from here. He is in the middle of the battlefield. Krishna is telling him how you are planning to get away from this battlefield. even if you have to leave this place out of kindness and without malice, this action of yours will not carry conviction to the Kauravas. They are going to condemn you. They are going to call bad names to you. They will surround you from all sides, and when they shower arrows upon you, your kindness will not save you. Because if Arjuna is killed, war is over. No other soldier needs to die. See? The entire strength of the Pandava army was Arjuna. They'll surround you from all sides, and when they shower arrows upon you, your kindness will not save you. Even if you manage to get away unscathed, your afterlife will be worse than death, O Arjuna. Why afterlife? You will be a living dead, because you will not be able to see yourself, what you have become after having withdrawn from the war, because that was your sadharma. See? So as a sannyasi, what is your sadharma? Contemplate on the truth, study the scriptures, have satsangs, conduct satsangs, listen to satsangs, and live a disciplined life. As a grahastha, what is your swadharma? So you have to mix both. First work out whether you are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, then you find out where you are. You are Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha or Sannyasi. And accordingly function. Put the lines, parameters, and accordingly function. No question of looking outside that, because that's not your jurisdiction. If I am in sannyas and I look into, grahastha life, very interesting. Why did I not get married? And I'm going the wrong way. I'm crossing the line. Even appreciating that type of thought. See? So be within your limits. Sometimes this cloth helps you with that. It helps you. You automatically know, or even if you don't believe, other people remind you. See? All the people, Akirti Chapi Bhutani. Bhutani, the entire world will be talking about Akirti. You're talking about this event, and when the topic comes, when they are talking about this Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra, the great war, and then the topic of Arjuna will certainly come when they are talking in the fables, in the poetries, in the songs, and when the Arjuna comes, your name will be put down. And what will it say? That great Arjuna, which we are talking about in the story till now, when this war came, he ran away. Dum dabakar bhagya. He ran away from the battlefield in the most important and final challenge or the final war of his life. He ran away. So when we are Yuddha Kshetra, Dharma Kshetra, Kurukshetra is where? It's in our mind. So continuously you are fighting with yourself. You're alert and vigilant about the world not entering. You are vigilant to not to succumb to doubts and suspicions, to judge and have biasness towards the world. But when the final one comes, what is the final one? All this is going on. What will be the final one? To commit to the truth. To have the magnanimity to surrender the I, to dissolve the I. All this you have, the preparation that is going on throughout your life, all the circumstances. Now you're practicing, you have practiced grahastha, you have practiced vanaprastha, you have come to sannyas. Now you're at that epitome. And at that time you say, but what about my gila kachra and sukha kachra? Gone. Opportunity lost. So all this preparation is for that climax, for that eureka, for that moment of enlightenment. And after that it's your natural state. But it's all is building up. You're coming to every class, you're coming to the satsangs, you're going, listening to various Mahatmas. For what? Just to feel good? How they are speaking? Huh? Or is it for subjective growth? To unclutter your mind. Maybe this word, maybe that word from there will click and everything will be over. Some trigger is required from somewhere. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, till the trigger did not come from Totapuri Maharaj, he did not go into Samadhi. See? So a person, for an Aryan, akirtim chapi bhutani kathamishyanti te vyam sambhavitasya chakirtim maranad atirichyate. For a Aryan means for a cultured person. For a cultured person, akirtim, the shame and disgust that will be put upon you because of you running away from the battlefield, it will be worse than death. Not only this, now the Lord enumerates the akirti in the next verse. He says, क्या टाइम है? टाइम है ना अभी? टाइम है ना? हाँ. भयाद रणाद उपरतम मंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम् भयाद रणाद उपरतम मंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्. He says, the great warrior, this 35th verse, isn't it?
Yes.
The great warriors will think that you have retreated from war out of fear, and you are held in esteem by them, will incur their disrespect. तू आणी कही एक न विचारिसी एथ संभ्रमे झुंजो आलासी आणि सकणवपणे निघालासी मागुता जरी तरी तुझे ते अर्जुना या वैरी या दुर्जना का प्रत्यया येईल मना सांगई मज. He says, you have not considered another thing. You have come here ready and eager to fight, and if you now leave the battleground out of kindness, you will your wicked enemies appreciate your motive? They will not. Bhayad ranad uparatam. Uparatam is withdraw. So, because of fear of, people will say, because of fear of great warriors like the Bhishmacharya, who can who nobody can kill him. His teacher, Guru Dronacharya, who also is a Divya, he cannot be killed. Invincible person. There is no other person like that with such abilities in the world. Karna. I think because of the fear of these great warriors, Arjuna withdrew. People will say he withdrew from the battlefield, and not because he did not withdraw out of kindness towards these people. That's what he was saying. No, he says they will not think that it is out of kindness. They will only think that you have withdrawn out of fear. And when a person is withdrawing out of fear, quickly kill him, finish him. Story over. And Duryodhana will say that Arjuna ran away because of cowardice and was afraid to fight the warriors like Karna, Bhishma, etc. And Duryodhana was a big mouth. He will take every opportunity to spoil your name. Even before the war, even Duryodhana as well as others had recognized that Arjuna, you are not an average warrior. You are unique because you are not you are undefeated in any war till now. Any combat, any duel, you have come out victorious. And that even Duryodhana knows, that you are uniquely gifted. Even though you have acquired this position in the eyes of Duryodhana, the minds of enemy, they will not remain the same. They will not have any respect for you once you commit this act of withdrawal. And they will only consider you as important and insignificant and finish you off at the first opportunity. They will not wait. They will not be kind. And what will they talk? And what will they talk? Lord Krishna, he is rubbing it into Arjuna so that he is showing the contrary picture to everything that Arjuna, the reasons that Arjuna had given not to fight the war. He says, Avachavadanshcha bahun, Avachavadanshcha bahun, Vadishyanti tavahitaha, Vadishyanti tavahitaha, Nindantastava samarthyam, Nindantastava samarthyam, Tato dukkhataram nukim, Tato dukkhataram nukim. Avachavadanshcha bahun, Vadishyanti tava hitaha, Nindantastava samarthyam, Tato dukkhataram nukim. He says, and your enemies will utter many unspeakable words, decry your prowess. Could anything be sadder than that, O Arjuna? And you are thinking of withdrawal. Continuing, he says, that's a big one. He manati gela re gela, Arjuna amha bihala, ha sange bolu urala, nikakai, lokasaya se karuni bahute, kave chiti apuli jivite, parivadhaviti kirtite, धनुर्धरा ते तुझ अनायासे अनकळित जोडिली असे हे अद्वितीय जैसे गगन आहे. We'll just do up till here, and here he says, they will shout, Arjuna has fled from here in fright. If this public chanting persists, will that be good for you? People will win fame, O Arjuna, with great effort. even at the risk of their life, you have earned without effort and obstacles and any obstacles this fame, which is unlimited like the sky. See? Who faced the obstacles? Bhimsen. He was thrown into the river. He made it into an opportunity. Because Yudhishthir should not become the king, so the Lakshagraha and finish off all the 5 brothers and their mother and Draupadi. See? And every time there is an altercation or Yudhishthir used to be in the front, Arjuna was at the back, because the king he is the head of the family. So he has not found any difficulty in any war. Everything has been offered on a plate, including the title, the greatest archer of the time. Why? Dronacharya took the thumb away of Eklavya. He was better archer. So what did Arjuna do to deserve that title? He became the greatest archer because the greatest archer thumb was taken away by the teacher. So you didn't do anything to achieve that. You were second. You were not the first. See. So what have we done in our life? The right people have come into our life, the right opportunities have come into our life, the right profession has come into our life, the right soul has come into in our children. What is your contribution to it? Alag sochna hai. You have to think differently. See? Now then, rather than crib, rather than complain, be grateful that whatever is there, it is fantastic. Yesterday I was watching some video clip. A young child at 1.5 years age, he had brain tumor. And in that brain tumor surgery, his eyesight almost went. And when he was 6 years old, again the tumor came up, and again they did the surgery, and complete blind now. Completely blind. He is now 11 or 12 years old. And he is giving interview for 1.5 hours. I tell you, you can't find another motivational speaker than him. No doubts, absolutely clear. Homeschooling by the mother. Fantastic attitude. He says, and how don't you ever complain or think why this happened to me? He says, no, I am very happy that it happened to me. That my eyesight went. He says, how come that you are happy that the eyesight went? He says, because the eyesight went, now I become even more focused. And whenever I put my mind to something, if I hear once, I know it. Before I used to struggle. देखो, attitude चाहिए, attitude. वही मैं अपनी what is her name? Shilpa. You know about Shilpa, na? Our Kiran and Shilpa. So Shilpa fell, and below navel she can't feel her body now. 1 month she is in the hospital now. Just opening the door of the house, lost the balance, milk fell down, and she fell down on her back, and suddenly just below navel she can't feel the body. Now some involuntary movement has come, so some clot has come in. From one moment to the next. This is on the last day of the talks. Evening talks when we had, Saturday we had na morning, afternoon. But I went to see them yesterday, day before yesterday. absolutely positive. She considers me her dad, her mother, her everything. From there she is telling on Saturday, Kiran, you first call Swamiji. If he says it will be okay, it will be okay. Everything will be fine. I'll be fine. I need to hear his voice. How can you break such a person's faith? नहीं, अब goodbye, bye, see you. ऐसे तुम बोलोगे. And she's chanting her mantra continuously. All the nurses, there's so much stress in that department. They all come, whenever they are free, they come and sit in a room. They say, we find some very peaceful energy here.
Shilpa who went to.
Apni Shilpa.
Oh, she went to our Chardham. That Shilpa.
नहीं, अपने किरण शिल्पा तुम्हारे घर आए हुए हैं. अनुभव उनका बेटा है.
Oh.
Oh.
Such young lady.
हाँ. देखो, one moment to the next, life can bring surprises. But attitude, positive attitude is half the battle won. See? People win fame, O Arjuna, with great effort, even at the risk of their life. You have earned without effort and obstacle this fame, which is unlimited like the sky. Where are we? In the 11th, 211. ताई क्या टाइम हो गया? बच गए. We'll complete this quickly. तैसी कीर्ती निस्सीम तुझ्या ठाई निरुपमा तुझे गुण उत्तमा तिही लोकी दिगंतीचे तीचे भूपती भाट होवनी वाखाणिती जे ऐकिलिया दचकती कृतांतादिक ऐसी महिमा घनवट गंगा जैसी चौखट जया देखी जगी सुभट वाट जाहली तै पौरुष तुझे अद्भुत ऐकोनिया हे समस्त झाहले आति विरक्त जीवितेसी जैसा सिंहाची हाका युगांतु होय मदमुखा तैसा कौरवा अशेखा धाकू तुझा. He says, I will read here. You have gained unbounded and unparalleled reputation, and your virtues are regarded as excellent by the three worlds. Even far off kings sing your praises like bards, and after hearing them, even the god of death is alarmed. Your great glory is as pure as the water of the Ganges, and its report astounds the great warriors of the world. After hearing your marvelous prowess, the Kauravas have lost all hopes of survival. Just as, after hearing the lion's roar, even the rutting elephants think the world dissolution to be near, so you inspire dread in the minds of all Kauravas. We'll talk about it. जैसे पर्वत वज्रांते नातरी सर्प गरुडाते तैसे अर्जुना हेतु ते मानिती सदा ते अगाधपण जाईल मग हिणावो अंगा येईल जरी मागुता निगसील न झुंजतुची आणि हे पळता पळो नेदिती धरुनी अवकळा करीती न गणित कुटी बोलती ऐकता तुझ मग ते वेळी हिये फुटावे आता लाठेपणे कान झुंजावे हे जिंतले तरी भोगावे महितळ. He says, as the mountain rates the thunderbolt or the snake, the eagle, so the Kauravas appraise you likewise. If you now withdraw from this war without fighting, you will lose all your greatness and lower yourself in their eyes. Even if you wish to run away from here, they will prevent you from doing so. They will seize you, dishonor you, and malign you in every way instead of letting your heart split in shame at that time. Why not put up a brave fight now and enjoy the kingdom of the world by conquering them? These are not just words for Arjuna. These are words for us that in life difficulties will keep coming. And we must have the heart of the Arjuna, the bravery of the Arjuna, the courage of the Arjuna. We have to make ourselves in such a way that the negative thoughts, when they will appear in the mind. Life is like that. Good and bad thoughts will come. But when the bad thought come, you are so alert and vigilant like Arjuna that they don't stand a chance to stay there. Immediately they run away. or they tremble in fear, in the fear of the observation. Sometimes you go to Mahatmas, they just look at you like this. Someone in Sydney, he came, we used to have satsangs in his house. Now he takes satsang somewhere in Sydney. So now, self-proclaimed guru, so to speak, he came to show his face in one of the satsangs and in the morning class. And he's sitting there and he's, throughout the lecture, he is not allowing Swamiji to see his face. And after the satsang was over, quickly did namaskar and went away. And we used to go to his house, so many times. But now, Gurudam is the culprit of the Gurudam. Because people come and touch his feet. ये चढ़ जाती है. It's another drug. Beware, beware, beware. So what was he hiding? When you come in front of a master, you are in front of X-ray. Another person is here in Melbourne. You all know. I will not take the name. He also, in between, he was going through some issues. He used to not come to the class. Why you are not coming? नहीं यार, स्वामी जी देखते हैं तो उनको सब कुछ पता चल जाता है. And Swamiji will say something, and it is exactly what he doesn't want to hear. As if he knows. Swamiji doesn't know. I have not told him anything. He also doesn't know what is going on in that fellow's life. But when if he says something, he is taking it that he knows everything. The words are such. Oh, I say, so don't. We have to. We should not fall in the eyes of others, in whom those who are respecting and revering us or having faith in us, and also we should not fall in our own eyes. We'll look into this in our next class. And therefore, you should fight, O Arjuna. Therefore, we have no other choice but to fight in this life. And what is the fight for? It is to re-establish dharma and let go of the adharma. And what is dharma? When we look at our life, what are you all searching? What are you all wanting to reach? The truth. To be the pure consciousness that you are, the Satchidanand Swarup that you are, the Atmanishtha that you are. You have never gone away from being that. You are imagining that you are away from that, and therefore creating a journey. But okay, if there is a journey, we must reach that goal then. For that, whatever is there, you have to fight with it. And that fight is remaining equanimous under all sets of circumstances. Remaining equanimous, not reacting to anything in life. And it requires a great courage. That is the battle. Battle is not for good versus bad. The battle is to remain equanimous within. Not to be swayed by the bad, not to be swayed by the good. Sukha dukkha same kritva labha labho jaya jaya tato yuddhaya yuddhasva. This is the fight. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. Hari Om.